Most people believe that money is the source of all evil. But I tell you what, when you look around you, you realize that the lack of it, the lack of money, is the source of all evil. Can you imagine a millionaire going to break a bank? Or a millionaire going to con someone and maybe grab their bag or run off or do some sort of conning or forgery to get more money? Rarely. The lack of money propels people to think up of ways to earn it easily and effortlessly. So having money is actually a good thing. And in my opinion, the lack of money is mainly the cause of all stress and struggle and strain. Most people are in hospitals today suffering from anxiety and all sorts of other neurological diseases because of the lack of money, because of the fear that they won't have enough to survive. Hi, it's Dr. Jacinta Mpali in Ghana. To begin, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now so that you can be the first to receive inspirational coaching and counseling sessions intended to help you live life on your terms by achieving emotional freedom. Now, this is week 3 or 4 of Money Mondays. If you haven't watched the previous 3 videos, please check on my channel and access the videos before you can proceed with this video. I know you're going to benefit from this week's video because it's about dealing with associations we marry with money. And I'm going to explain. I've identified just briefly 4 associations that we attach to money mentally and emotionally that have a way of blocking our clarity and enthusiasm to find ways to earn money. And we are going to use Hooponopono and maybe EFT. I'm going to go with the flow to deal with these associations and resolve them so that we can be clearer in identifying ways to earn more money. The first association I'm going to talk about are beliefs. We associate money with all sorts of negative vampiring beliefs. For instance, if you believe that money is for your neighbors, that's what I used to believe when I was growing up, because we shared a condo, a duplex, with a very very wealthy guy, and at that time I was living with my mom, and we didn't have money. My mom had 3 jobs. I used to sit in the living room and watch this guy through the window. He used to import and export cars and parts, and he was a millionaire. And I came up with this belief that money is for neighbors. So I associated money with neighbors. So with that association, I created a gap between me and money, because every time I went out there to earn money, my unconscious reminded me, kind of like sabotaged me, and metaphysically, inwardly told me, reminded me that no, money is not for you, money is for neighbors. So I know you understand what I'm getting to. What beliefs do you have that you know could be creating a gap between you and earning money? I want you to stop right now. Get a pen and paper and write down all the beliefs you have that make you negate money, that make you feel stressed about money. Now pause the video, but I'm going to continue speaking about beliefs. Some people believe that money is for old people. That was another belief. You know what? I have to get to 50 or 60. I have to be older in order to earn money. Is that a belief of yours? Other people believe that money is for people of a certain color, or you have to be very educated, or you have to be doing, you have to be a trader or a business owner, or you even have to have a job or whatever. What beliefs do you have that are creating a gap between you and money? Remember, a belief is like a marriage. Whatever you believe about something is literally contracting you, creating an inward contract between you and that thing. If you believe that you can't earn money until you do certain things and you're currently not doing those things, then you're creating a gap between you and money. And the more you release these associations, which I call marriages, and divorce these beliefs between you and money, the easier it will be for your mind to isolate money as an individualistic, isolated item or energy, and then connect you to ways to attract more of it. Now, the second association is okay, so I hope you have written down all these beliefs. Leave them aside. We shall go deal with them before the end of this video. The second association are the experiences. If you have had negative experiences about money, for instance, if you have been betrayed, maybe you were married and your wife took all your money, you earned a lot of money and then you got divorced and he took all of it. She took all of it. You probably developed this unconscious belief, it goes back to belief, that you don't have money. When you earn a lot of money, someone will come from somewhere, or you get involved in some sort of relationship, or someone you trust and love will find a way to betray you and take that money. So the experiences of betrayal and backstabbing, maybe you really trusted someone with your money and they never gave it back to you, they never paid you back. Maybe you got engaged in a business venture with someone and they backstabbed you. All those experiences, log and find cancel, they find homage in your unconscious mind and prevent you from earning money because of the pain you experience. Your brain doesn't want you to experience pain, because when you experience pain, the brain has to work harder to make sure you stay alive. So the brain will do anything it can to stop you, to prevent you from experiencing pain. And that pain might be as simple as a memory of you being betrayed. So every time you think about money, automatically, unconsciously, the marriage, whatever you're married to, that belief that you will be betrayed when you have more money will pop up in your unconscious. And guess what? Your brain will find ways to block you from identifying ways to earn money. So maybe you should stop this video one more time and write down those mega experiences that come to surface, that remind you of the betrayals, the backstabbings, the disappointments, when you invested a lot of money, or when you had a lot of money, or maybe you were married, or whatever experiences that got you to believe that having money is painful, because every time you got it, you got disappointed in your life. Write that list down, pause the video and write that list down. So by now you should have two lists. The first list is about the negative beliefs you have about money. The second list is about all the negative experiences that pop up in your consciousness every time you think about money. Okay, so the third association are the perceptions you have about money. When you think about $1 million, having $1 million, what perceptions come in your mind? How do you perceive wealth? What is your perception of wealth? Your perception is that definition, the picture you have in your mind about something, your projection of money. What's your projection of money? What does wealth mean to you? What is wealth to you? How much money do you think you can have right now and that would make you feel wealthy? What do you perceive poverty is? Evaluate all those perceptions that could actually be blocking you from attracting money. For instance, I used to perceive money as something that was far, far, far away. I think I should give you an exercise. For instance, imagine that money is your partner. Maybe it's a man or woman and you're in love with them. Draw a picture in your mind about this partner of yours. If you're a woman, let's imagine that your partner, money, is a man, just an imagination. Envision that money is a man. What does he look? What type of relationship do you have with him? How does he dress? How do you relate with each other? How do you communicate with each other? Does he listen to you? Do you love him? Does he love you? what perception do you have about money? So pause the video and draw that picture as well. Draw the picture in your mind. Take time to envision so that you can isolate your generalized and most prominent perception about money. And then the last association are the emotions that we all normally have about money. Like when you think about having $10,000, what emotions pop up in your conscious? How do you feel about having $10,000 more? All these associations are related. They're related to experiences and beliefs, but still it's important for us to isolate what emotions pop up when you think about money. Write them down. Some of the emotions I felt every time I didn't have money were sadness. Every time you think about having money, you say, oh man, I wish I could have $10,000. You have that emotion of sadness. You feel sad. Maybe you feel worried. Maybe you feel frustrated, anxious. What negative emotions do you have when you think about money? Now write these down. Okay, so assume you have 4 lists, and the first list are the beliefs you have about money, the negative beliefs, the prominent negative experiences that you have about money, your perceptions about money. I imagine that you have imagined a partner and you have visualized that partner as money, visualize money as a partner. So you have created all the associations and type of relationship you have with money. And then the fourth one are the emotions you have when you think about money. So put that list at the side. Now tell you what, I'm here to tell you the real truth. There is no truth beyond this. All these associations you have about money are delusional. They are lies. They do not exist. They're just in your mind. They are very temporal, and it's up to you to become aware of the truth. And the truth is that you are abundant. I mean, look around you wherever you are. You would realize that you're surrounded by homes. Even if you're not surrounded by homes, you're surrounded by land, and land is wealth. You're surrounded by businesses. In a walking or driving distance, there are businesses and banks and structures and people with a lot of money, cars driving by, all sorts of portals and modes of wealth are surrounding you. If you're living in a house, even if you're renting a house, you know that that house was built out of money. It's variable. That means it's a form of money. So I want you to stick to that truth that you're indeed surrounded by the vibration of money. And we are going to go through a brief Hooponopono session where I want you to close your eyes right now. Close your eyes. Sit up straight with your spine erect. Take a deep breath. And hold that paper where you wrote all that illusion, your beliefs, your experiences, perceptions, and emotions about money. And I want you to repeat the first statement. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Just repeat the statement. And by repeating this statement, you're dissolving and resolving any attachments, conflicts, and codes and contracts you have with these associations. You are separating yourself, isolating your true potential, who you truly are, from all these illusions, all these lies that no longer serve you. And once you isolate yourself from all these marriages to these associations that block you from having money, your brain will release all conflict and all pain related to money, and it will start identifying ways to attract more of it. So we'll continue repeating. Listen to me as I say the statement. Repeat silently or out loud as you hold your piece of paper with all these illusions. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Okay, and we are done. As simple as that. Now I'm sure you know the first statement. I had a Hooponopono prayer that is literally miraculous. Continue repeating this prayer in your mind, these four statements, every day for the next 7 days until next Monday. Every time you think about money and you feel in a negative way, or every time you feel and think negatively about money, repeat the statement over and over again. Every time you feel sad about money, repeat the first statement. As a matter of fact, I encourage you to repeat the statements maybe 9 times in the morning when you wake up, in the afternoon, and before you go to bed. Just trust that these statements have a way of resolving and dissolving any conflict and negative emotions that could be blocking you from attracting money. Now remember that you're a divine instrument created in the same image of God. And as such, you're connected to all there is. You're connected to all the abundance, all the prosperity. You're surrounded by it. And you just have to become aware of who you truly are and release and let go of your associations and attachments to all these illusions. And once you release and let go of all these conflicts, you shall be able to isolate yourself as who you truly are, step into your power, and then connect to money as an isolated item. Raise your vibration naturally, easily, and effortlessly, and then start earning money easily and effortlessly. Now, once again, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I urge you to go through this session one more time. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the description of the video below in the entry. Thanks once again. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'm sending you God's love and light. Bye for now.